In this video, I'm going to be walking you through how to set up your products and price lists so that you can create quotes or estimates or invoices in the Irrigation Checkups app. And this is intended for the company account main subscriber, the parent owner, as those are the logins that have access to this area of the app. And so let's get started. After logging in, we're going to go to the My Account settings. You can use the quick action tile or the upper navigation bar by going to Support My Account. And from there, once you're in the My Account page, let's first go to Products. Now, products are your list of things that you would put on either a quotation or an invoice, whether that's specific parts, so in this example an MP2000 nozzle, or a labor line item, or you can have a standard kind of generic parts entry where you're going to have the opportunity to enter in a value. Depends on how detailed you want your quotes and invoices to be. But products are made up of a name, so this will be the name of the item, a short description so you know specifically what it's for. You can use a SKU, and so that's if you have either a catalog from one of the manufacturers that you're going to reference, or an internal SKU you use for your inventory, so you can enter that there. And then you can provide a category, and the categories are set up here in the products tab, so you can have whatever category you like. It's completely configurable by the company, and so that just makes it easier if you have a fairly large product listing to filter what you're looking for. So kind of generally you may have a labor category that maybe has different rates. In this example, a normal labor rate, and then after hours you may have another labor rate for non-licensed helpers, and then maybe categories for nozzles or heads or valves. So really, however you want to use the category as a filtering function to make it easier to navigate your price books. And then the efficiency label here. So this is if you want to tag specific items in your price book as being water savings. There are many places around the country that offer rebates from the water purveyor, the municipalities, for changing out kind of traditional parts with what would be considered water efficient parts. And so if it is a water efficient part, and again, this is used for quickly searching your price book when you have a lot of things in it. So in this example, MP rotators are typically considered as a high efficiency style nozzle, so that's why those are checked, versus maybe a standard spray nozzle. And so again, it's completely optional. You don't have to use it, but if you want to be able to quickly look up and see what is kind of the higher end water efficient part, you can use that. And then we also have a entry for your cost. Now, this is not the price that you would see on a quote. This is your internal cost. Again, this is completely optional. This data in the app is still relatively new. At some point in the near future, there'll be some reporting so that you can see what your margin is on your quotes. Maybe over time, see, are you writing quotes for a certain margin this week compared to last week, or over time is a specific team member having a different quote margin compared to other team members. So there will be some analytics coming soon on this, but if you wanted to get a head start and put your cost information in there, you can. And so you have several different options to get your products into the system. When you signed up for an account, by default, there's a labor and materials products items. You can delete those prior to adding them to a price book. If you try to delete something, so let's try to delete this, you can see you'll get an error that it's been added to a price book already, so you can't delete it. And so that's because if an item is associated with a price book and you put that item on a quote, we need that information in the system. And so prior to setting up your price books and creating quotes, you'll want to make sure your product list is how you want it. But to go and make a change, you just use the edit button here. And so when we click edit, we can modify the name, description, all this information. To add a new item, you have two options. One is to use this plus item button. You click plus item and you can add the information. So that's kind of the manual way of doing it. The other option is to use the bulk update functionality. And so here, if we click this bulk update button, you'll see that you're given some pretty detailed instructions on how to bulk upload your parts or products list. And so really it's just as easy as following this process. First step is to use the download button to export a CSV file template from the product list. So we have to close this window and click this download button here, and it's going to go ahead and ask where you want to save it. So we will save it to our system. Let's go back to the instructions. And so now to update it, we're going to use that CSV file, and we can start entering in information, whether that's entering it in manually or copying and pasting information from another system. If you have another payments quoting application you use, you can likely generate some sort of export report and then copy this into the template for the irrigation checkups app. But the cells that you're going to be modifying are the name, the description, the SKU, and then just take note of the information here. You're limited to just 18 characters for the SKU. That could be numbers or letters. The category, again, you're limited to 18 characters in naming that category. Efficiency, so is it a water efficient type part? You're going to enter in either true or false. True would mean that it's checked. And then the cost must be just a number, so no dollar signs, just 12.34 as an example for your cost. And you can also modify existing. So when we downloaded that CSV file, it actually, and I'll open it here in a second, will show all your existing products, and so you can actually edit those in bulk if need be. And then you can also add new products, and that's by adding a row at the bottom of the list. And for new products, you want to leave the ID cell empty. And if you look up here, we're not going to touch the ID cell of existing. That'll mess things up. And then most important here is how we save the CSV file. Ensure that it's saved in the CSV UTF-8 format. Microsoft Excel, and likely any other application you're using to edit the CSV file should be able to save it in that format. And then we're going to come back here, choose the file using this upload button, and click import. So let's switch over to the way the product list CSV is going to look in Excel. So here we have the ID column. So this is our internal IDs for these records in the database. Again, we're not going to touch those. And here we have name, so we can go in here and edit and change the name and description and SKUs if we need. One thing you'll notice on SKUs, it's a problem with the way Excel reads typically long numbers, is they like to put it into scientific notation, and so one way around that is just select this whole column and then change it to a text value, and then to see it actually displayed as a larger number, you'll have to go in there and actually just select the cell and then press enter. I'm not that gifted in Excel to know if there's an easier way to do that, but any new SKUs that you put in there, since we changed this to a text field, it will not change it to a scientific number. But so let's add some new items. So again, we're going to leave the ID blank, and let's put in here a 1-inch globe valve slip by slip. We'll just put in here standard 1-inch globe valve. The SKU for this, just make something up, and then this category we're going to add valve. It is not anything specific to efficiency, and let's say our cost on this is $35. Okay. Now if we want to edit these, we can, or what we can do is we can delete these so we're not accidentally changing anything. And then, as I mentioned, we want to save this, so we're going to save as, and we are going to just save this as new, and then again save as type, make sure it's CSV UTF-8, and click save. We're going to close that, and now we'll go back to the bulk update. We'll select that file, the new one, click update, and then click import, and here at the top you can see that has been added. And so there's no limitation on how many products you can add, and that update process, the bulk update process, if you have hundreds or thousands of products, that will take a little longer for the database to process all of them. It's actually going to validate to make sure you don't have any erroneous data in each of these fields. So you may get some errors, and what happens is if during that bulk update it encounters an error, it's actually going to cancel the whole import. It'll display what the issue is that you need to fix. You'll need to go back, fix the CSV file, and then restart the upload. And so once you have everything formatted correctly, it will then add the records to your product list. So now we have products in our account. Let's go to price books. And so price books again are a way to organize pricing that will include some or all of your products. And you can have multiple price books. And so in this example, I've got a standard price book that I'm going to show as residential property default. And so this will be the pricing I give residential customers. And then I also have a commercial price book that I have a separate set of products specific to commercial properties and different pricing. And so what might happen is, maybe your standard residential price book has parts going up to say 1.5 inches. That's generally the largest you would see on most residential properties. And then maybe commercial has everything going up to say an 8-inch type part. And that way, when you're out in the field, you're not having to dig through a bunch of parts that have no relationship to the type of customer you're in front of. And you are also able to have a price book that is specific to a client account. And so if you have a client that gets preferred pricing, maybe because you have a lot of properties under management with them, and so they get some sort of discounted pricing, you can have a price book. So we can click this add new price book. You can give it a name. So let's just call this Walmart special. And if you have clients set up, and again, this is a new account, so there's no client set up yet, you could select which client. So I would click the Walmart client, and you also have the option to add all products automatically if you click that. And if you do that, if you add all products automatically, so it's going to look at everything in your product listing and add it to this price book. You also have the option of marking up the cost of those products, which you can change later. And so if you want to mark up the pricing, we put $30 for that globe valve. If we wanted to mark up the pricing, say by 40%, it would then add that globe valve to this new price book at $42. That would be a 40% markup. So you can enter this in. It would be across the board. Click add new price book. I don't have an account here, so I can't do that. But it would go ahead and create that for you. So let's go into the one of these price books. And so similar to the products listing, we have our item, which is going to show that name and description, the SKU, category, and then we have two new fields, well actually three new fields that we need to be worried about when we add things to the price book. So let's add that globe valve to this price book because it is a new item. So I'm going to click add. It's not automatically added to your price books when you add new products. You have to do that as a second step. And so this page, when we click add item, is going to show everything in our product list that's currently not in this price book. And so since we just added this, we need to click the checkbox at the end here, and we're going to add it to this price book. And so here it is at the top, and we don't have a price yet, so we actually need to go in there and edit it, and we need to give it a price. And so let's say we actually want to charge residential customers $50 for this globe valve. The status, we want this active, so active means it'll be available when you're creating quotes to select from your price book. If you wanted to turn it off, so let's say it's a part that's no longer available, or the pricing's not good anymore, you can make it inactive. What that'll do when you go and edit something, it won't remove it for any existing quotes that have been made, but it won't be allowed for any new quotes. And then you have these two checkbox items at the end, allow override. So if we click this, that means users in the field, so either you as the account owner, or if you have team member subscriptions also added to your account, that they can change this price in the field. And so I would assume most of the time you don't want to give that discretion to your text, but if you're using a very simple price book where maybe it's labor and materials, and the materials one, you obviously would not know on a quote by quote basis how much materials you need, so you could allow them to put in the price there. And then the last one is whether it's taxable. And so if this is a taxable item in the jurisdiction that you are operating in, you can add tax. Just know that in your company profile you need to enable calculating tax. So that's just one thing to keep in mind, but we're going to now update it, and we can see it's been updated here in the price. Similar to adding the products, you can also do a bulk update of pricing. And again, it's important that you follow these instructions. They're very detailed. So again, we're going to download a CSV file, and then we can edit it by changing the price. Again, pricing is only numbers. Don't use a dollar sign. And we have a status, and you need to write exactly active or inactive. Allow override is only going to be true or false. So if you want to allow your users to override the price, you're going to enter in true. And then taxable, same thing, is either true or false. If it is a taxable item, you're going to enter in true. And again, we want to make sure we save the CSV in the correct format. So if I download this existing price list, I can show you what that looks like. And so here we go. Again, we have an ID field we're not going to want to touch, but you can go in here and again, only those columns, if I go back to this, only these 4 columns are the ones that you're allowed to modify. So standard price, status, allow override, and taxable. And so if I go back to this, so status, standard price, so you can edit the price. So let's say our labor after hours, let's say that's $80 an hour. I'm just going to update that real quick. Allow override, false, taxable, false, that's fine. So all these others are really just there so you can know while looking at the CSV file what you're modifying here. But we're not going to change anything else. We're going to click save. And let's choose that file and import it. And after hours labor went to 80. So that's how that works. And so if we go back out to our price books, you can download a CSV. So if you want to review what the current pricing is in your price books, go ahead and click the download. You'll get prompted with where to save it. It'll be automatically named. And so that's how you set up your products and price books. Now, when we go into clients, and this was again a new account. So this Take 5 oil change, let's go to the details of this client account. And you can see under the client account details, we have a price book set. And so we can edit that and go to the bottom and choose a different price book for them. If we want to use a standard price book, again, which I said was my residential price book, I can just update this account, and basically any new quotes from here on out for this client for their sites will use the standard price book. And when you create a new client, so if we go new account, how you select the account type at the very beginning, residential or commercial, will default to that price book default that we set up. So if we go back to my account and price books, set defaults, again, for a residential type client accounts, you can choose which price book is going to be the default, and again for commercial accounts. And so when you create a new account, let's just do residential here. We're going to call this John Smith, 100 Main Street. All right, you can see standard price book got set, but you can automatically change that, and so it's not set in stone, but it will just help associate it faster. And so hopefully that gives you a good idea on how the price books and quotes work. If we go to a new quote, let's just create a new quote for take 5. And from here, this will be similar to when performing an inspection. This is just creating a quote standalone, but you can add items, and it's going to open up the price book that's associated with this client. And so here's my items. Let's just say labor and materials. Click continue. And so here you can see that the labor, I'm not able to change the price. I can only change the quantity. But for materials, I have this set as allow override. And so, let's say there's $325 worth of material, and then you also need to give it quantity 1 because it just simply takes the price multiplied by the quantity to give the item total. So you got to make sure you do that and click continue. And there you have it on the quote. And so that's how using the price books will work when you're performing inspections or creating standalone quotes.